I was saying earlier, if you ban the Thresh, he's like, well, I mean, yeah, most people would play Thresh with the Varus, but not me.
Yeah.
The Gragas here is a lot of extra initiation, decent damage, lockdown. Once again on this KT comp that is going to run at T1. A lot of complete swapping, but only time will tell. And I'm very, very excited to see if KT can pull this off, too, because we know how good Dove is on both the Renekton and the set. They give him the Renekton in this case. He's going to be matched up against Faker.
It works.
He's going to be great in these early skirmishes, regardless of the laning phase. He's significantly behind now is Doran.
Yeah, we know that there is a Diana here as Doran's in trouble. Gonna have to flash as doesn't even Haymaker in time. And First Blood goes over to Owner as Blank just lies in wait. Waiting for a back timing perhaps as Dove and Harp both moving up. The Diana's gone home and now Canna does have flash. He's going to use it quite early. Only level 5 for Blank as the acceleration gate comes out. There's the flash forward and that's a beautiful attract repel to guarantee the kill. And it goes to Dove.
Which last possible second that it was actually going to guarantee the stun there.
Oh,
Keria.
Noah's going to face check. That's a lot of burst damage.
That's Gragas for you.
Yeah, Ignite goes down, the flash out, and Keria's just got this. I think he's just dead. The heal comes through. Oh my goodness, holds it for just the right amount of time. And Noah will survive, but he'll lose this entire minion wave, so it is still absolutely catastrophic.
He lives, but he ain't winning. That's for sure. It's going to be an extra plate here, potentially two for Gumayusi. All the wave denied, as you mentioned. Look at all these minions going down. Feels so bad. And if he actually overextends here, he might still die. Like,
I mean, Owner's here. Exactly right. This is so dangerous. As Harp's going to come through. Blank is going to set up, but I mean, it's really rough for Noah. He does still have one potion left and one ticking, so
yeah, looks like he's actually going to be okay. Depends on if they commit all the way. Here comes Wonder.
Here comes the Realm Warp as well as Blank's in a bit of trouble. There's the Equalizer right on top of Faker, but they immediately get rid of Blank. 4 people here on the bottom side. It looks like they are going to be okay for now. Moonfall comes in and gets so much value as T1's dive was beautiful, but now there's a very angry Crocodile. They trade back one. Keria looks to try and limp away throughout the enemy jungle.
Then, you know, Owner is kind of hovering around. But this will always favor the Ryze, who had lane prio and has, of course, Realm Warp. So you feel kind of safe as KT to farm under turret here. And the cost is so high if you don't actually do that, because you're going to lose even more minions that you've already lost. But the outplay is real here. It was a really nice Moonfall. And yeah, Dove's going to trade back a kill, but you still feel absolutely fantastic because he can't reset that gold that already is gone. And T1 just have all the advantages in the world at this stage.
Yeah, it's just 9 spike whip in Fedora, and is T1 going to close in onto Dove, who's going to pop the Dominus. Noah, of course, has a lot of range to help augment this, but the vision is good from T1. So they're able to keep themselves aware of all the different angles. Dove going to move himself back, but now has no ultimate. Equalizer's back available again as the Dragon continues to sleep there in the pit. Brambleback secured by KT. Once again, Noah in trouble. He's going to flash. Gets out of the way of the Chains of Corruption. Harp now goes golden, has to flash. There's the Magnet Storm as they look for Faker. Noah can't really engage onto this one as the Curtain Call is a little bit dangerous. In goes Dove though as Faker's going to get taken down. The Crocodile is angry and now is 3-0 as Keria has absolutely no mana. Avoids one of the Harpoons but can't avoid the second. Here's the Curtain Call. Owner now in trouble as KT. They may have started to come online. Dove looking for Keria. Going to get closed in on by 3 members. And T1 just collapsed beautifully. A bit of a positional mistake there from Dove. I mean, it's plate gold in the first 14 minutes of the game. Makes a heck of a lot of sense. And now they have themselves, you know, close to a, you know, getting towards a 4,000 gold lead. And at 15 minutes, that's brilliant. But this might change it as Keria's in a whole host of trouble. So much CC available from KT. And the Gragas, no way of getting out of this one. Negative pressure. Oh, God.
I would have rather seen a group up to try to kill Faker. But instead, they're going to look for Kana now.
They are instead going to kill Kana. He is well and truly unable to be in this part of the jungle. Don't manage to get in, start things off, or start a fight straight away. Then Shock Blast, Piercing Arrow, and all of this dangerous stuff becomes a huge problem.
It's about to happen right before our eyes.
Well, thankfully, they have started off the Drake at least, as there's a teleport and Blank's down to a 3rd health. It's exactly what we were talking about. It's a really dangerous situation just to stand in front of T1 as Dove wants to actually start off the fight. It is going to be the Drake taken by Blank as Dove finds himself in amongst 5 and just absolutely obliterated. The equalizer doesn't do a whole lot as Ona goes through to get a 3-man Moonfall. Goes golden as well as now he's looking for Blank in the backline. Noah isn't going to be able to escape from this one. Blank survives, but he's the only one on KT. And yeah, you're not going to be able to do those, buddy. He has to flash away.
Face first into these team fights without really any threat of getting punished. And unfortunately here, this is just...
I mean, this is exactly what T1's comp was designed to do, right? Blank, they could manage to get the Drake, and to be perfectly honest with you, fantastic work, Blank.
It's a really nice cast from Carrier to set Dove up, and once Dove is dead, like, there's just no way out of this one. And then Wonder is like, I'm over the wall, baby! I got Sonya's! And everybody's there to follow. Like, he's not afraid of anything because he's so fed in this game, and somebody could push their lead that far. This is the kind of jungle player that you're looking for. I don't know if he's going to be the mainstay per se, but I'm glad to see him get a chance here and absolutely carry. So watch his first-person view. That just goes straight over the wall. No flash needed. He can Q in. And he's got the Zonias, goes in, it's clean. And he's just basically like, you guys got me, back me up. And that's exactly what happens. And he's like, let's get out. Now you can really start to use your siege to actually threaten those champions. You're in such a great spot here over the wall.
Oh, here's the big old flanking teleport from Doran, though. Let's see who he can pick up. It's going to be Gumayushi who immediately gets out of there. Equalizer doesn't do a whole lot as Ona just does so much damage, can survive for what feels like forever. And yeah, T1's wallets are so heavy right now. Dove just gets shock blast to the face. And Hop and Noah are like, well, we tried, guys.
I mean, this might be a 2 Drake game. T1 are just going to push to win this.
This should definitely be over.
It's definitely over. Baron buff's still up for 30 seconds, so good luck. Lower the curtain. I think this show's over.
I think that's what the curtain call means in this particular game. T1 making a bit of a statement here in this game is the telecom war, often exciting. It went to 3 games last time around, but this first game's making it look pretty comfy for T1 as Noah's going to Gale Force himself in and take down the Varus, but he'll pay for it with his life. The Nexus goes down in T1.
If Jace is in a situation where his team is ahead elsewhere on the map, then he's just going to get value no matter what, even if he was getting demolished. Like it.
I wouldn't mind it.
Similar.
I think Carrie is probably going to go back to...
I'd actually really like the Lux pick.
I think Morgana's just better Lux, personally, and she's going to be locked in.
Yeah, so that's that. So you have a lot of lockdown. You have so little agency in the bottom side of the map. Jin's taking cleanse. He's like, no. I am not going to. Also, Doran on the top side of the map will actually have a little bit more power to exist, right, and split push than he did last time on the set, where he was just kind of...
It's going to start pretty early.
Yeah, here we go.
The binding.
Doesn't hit Noah, though.
That's just going to be a little bit of extra damage there, trying to make sure that Harp's going to be in as much trouble as possible. Noah misses one of the creeps, so we're going to opt in for a redo.
It's not going to be great. Same as the case in the mid lane, so solo lane Pyro is the big change.
Yeah, binding going to connect here onto Harp as he has to flash.
He's already down his main summoner spell, which is a big problem.
Yep.
Doran's bar is pretty high here. This is actually a pretty nice opportunity.
Yep, let's see what they can do. That is going to be the engage. Snip, snip. And Canna is going to go invisible, obviously, because he's Wukong. And it's a difficult champion to dive. It's where going to go for it again now that one's on cooldown as Dove looking for his opportunity. Doran wants to try and get as much damage across. First blood actually goes over to the Wukong, though, as KT make a bit of an error. Let's see whether they can get this dive to work, however, as Dove, he's going to be taking up the turret. The flash on over as now Faker gets a teleport out of one of his teammates. Teleport back from Doran, and Faker's on a bit of an excursion towards the enemy Nexus, and that is going to be Blank grabbing that kill. So in the end, works out very effectively here for KT.
Yeah, T1 just going to get a little bit of extra minions. We're going to see this once again, part 2.
Yeah. Okay, let's see whether they can find the monkey, and they do manage to sort him out. As let's see whether it's going to be cleaned this time, and it is, as Doran gets himself out of turret range. Yeah, just over a minute until the Rift Herald does come up, and that should be the prize that KT will get for all of that topside focus.
Now, when you think about which of these two...
Right, because they play towards their topside so much, they grab this turret. Canna now might be in trouble, but there's the Cyclone Moonfall combo, and they get rid of the Gwen very early on. Doran needs to come back to try and protect Dove, who's looking to try and get out of there. There's the culling, as Ona's just going to walk through it. The Realm Warp available, all 3 of them dive on in. Doran's trying to get one traded back as now Dove is going to try and flash. Relentless Well, we're going to go dive the Renekton one more time as Doran's getting the the Canna treatment, but it is going to be successful here by Doran. Gets a flash out of Owner as well for his trouble, as now Canna's getting dove one more time. There's the knock-up, as he does find the quickness, but this is a very strong monkey. They're going to need everyone and some flashes in order to get this one done. Dove heads forward with the Gale Force, and that is going to be able to secure the kill onto the Wukong, as the bottom outer turret should also...
He gets a flash out of Wunner, but...
that's a teleport in, as Canna does have Cyclone available, but isn't going to use it. Actually had the Black Shield pre-prepared as well, which is really cute, as Canna needs to get out of here. Let's see if he finds the value with the Cyclone. That's the double knock-up to Dove. He's going to get taken down. So once again, it is a 2-for-1, and it's so dangerous diving the Wukong when he has his ultimate.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Look at is the massive advantage Gumayusi has with all of the bot lane focus for T1, but there is no advantage for the Renekton's. We're going to have a look at this 1-for-1 one more time.
It's just really well played from Kana. And they did not sell the idea very well. Like, Kana knows 100% what's happening here. He's just going to come, finish him off after the trade there. But watch this from his first-person view. He said they're coming. Drops the Cyclone here. One's well placed. And he's like, nope, Dove is just not tanking at all.
Yeah. Got the 1-for-1. That's all you really want.
Yep. He's like, I got bounty.
Nice.
The Korean casters as well had a negative response. There's a Cyclone from Canada, actually going to close the gap. Doran taking a lot of damage here. Teleports come through from KT as there's the flash out. Moonfall going to follow up, and goodbye, Mr. Renekton, as Dove's trying to kite this one, but he ain't going to be able to do it. Blank. He has to get out of there as well, and I think that the outscaling has already happened, Wolf. It's dangerous times for KT as the quickness comes in from Harp, but that is going to be quickly into the Death Chamber. Blank tries to dash his way from this one, and he's going to be able to do so.
And still almost died when he teleported out of a little bit out of tune, but watch this again, and teleport comes in first, I believe, from T1 even, and that was what makes it even more ridiculous. It's actually coming in just actually slightly faster for Dove, but like, where are you teleporting into, man? There's no way out.
5 people is who he's teleporting into.
Like, you're not cutting your losses, you're actually just feeding when you teleport into this one, and it's just misunderstanding of how strong T1's comp is. The scaling is starting to come online, like you said, and this game is about as over as the last one was. It took a little bit longer, the game was a little bit closer.
In his next item, Sharilda's also complete on top of that Gale Force. Is Noah, yet you cannot be underneath this turret. As there's the culling from Dove. In goes Harp, gets a 3-man knock-up really beautifully, but instantly just pops as Owner goes golden, denies anything, and that's just one free kill for T1.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's just not any real follow-up damage for an engage like that. Dove is super low range, Noah's high range, but no damage. So, unless you have your Gwen and your Renekton to dive in on top of you, on top of T1 at that exact moment, unfortunately, it just looks really cool until you pop.
Well, the Renekton could go for a potential flank here as Blank is going to get stunned up. Carrier could be in trouble as Doran flashes forward. The Baron's secured by T1, but it's a massive Q, but Gumayusi kites him out. Meanwhile, in the backline, the Wukong's also going to die as T1 just Realm Warp right on top of KT.
There's hope that you get a pick.
Well, Faker could be in a little bit of trouble here as in goes Harp, gets the knock-up. That's going to be the chain CC onto the Rise. Faker buying as much time as he possibly can, but he will get shut down.
It's not enough of an advantage to stop the Drake from going down by any means. We're going to watch this once again. Oh, it's a teleport here, and he doesn't have any vision, just really greedy.
Yeah,
and they even
already in the position.
So perfectly played here from KT, but also a little bit greedy on Faker's part.
Yeah.
No
wanting
vision
to get as much pressure as possible, but no one else was out on the map, so it does make it very, very difficult.
So, I mean, this is Dove this time. Oh, look at Harp.
The follow-up to the poke is just revolting. His in goes Owner again. The dash flash kaboom onto KT as Owner looks for Dove as well, and he'll pick up the mid laner. Remember this Diana's from the jungle? My goodness, he is so good as T1 will mop up the rest of KT. They'll let the Cowboy Jin walk away because they're concerned about breaking down the house of KT.
Well, I mean, Harp has definitely tried his best to be the shield for KT. But what a game from T1. This game, I think, much more impressive than the first because it was a more competitive lane matchup they had to play into, but they played it so well. Keria on this Morgana, massive.
So glad laners. Gumayushi having to deal with Noah off to the side, but I mean, he's just not even going to worry about it. His Rakan pops like a balloon. The Nexus does the same thing, and in 26 minutes, KT will fall to the hands of T1.
God, that was awful. Like, that was not fun at all. It was like business to show up and destroy KT 2-0 today.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason with the Universe Translation, and I'm here with joined by Owner, the solo POG. Congratulations on the win, and welcome back to the LCK. How are you feeling? I was not able to perform well in Spring Split. Now I'm back at the Summer Split. I was not really that ready, to be honest, but compared to that, I think I was able to show up, so I'm pretty much satisfied with today's performance. And Owner, yeah, just like you mentioned, T1 is going through a lot of things, so a lot of fans are also worried about the current situation, but T1 put up a really nice fight and performed so well, and also in the voice comp, I think players are also feeling super okay. Even though, you know, you didn't expect this kind of an outcomes, but this match, I think, has become a huge impact for you guys, right? You know, yeah, things are happening, but if you are a professional player, you have to adapt to the given situation and, you know, overcome this. And so we were able to, you know, have some good time today. Indeed, I think that's the right answer about being a professional player. And today, you made some bold actions on that Diana in your first game here at the Summer Split. What kind of goal did you have for today's performance or today's match? Not only Diana, but I also practiced Lee Sin a lot, but it got banned in every game. It's a bummer, but I wanted to, you know, show some great performance on Lee Sin. And I also have some memory of getting kicked by Owners Lee Sin in solo queue as well, says Nuclear. And I guess that ban was a target ban onto your Lee Sin probably. I guess, yeah, coming back to the LCK might add some pressure on your shoulders, right? I mean, of course, I did feel nervous, but, you know, after the setup, you know, with my keyboards and mouse connected to the PC, you know, having some chat with the bottom duo, and thanks to them, I was able to feel so comfortable and play at ease. Yeah, I mean, speaking of the chat between the bottom duo, I heard Kana actually doing some Dongjun impression with the Kana thing. And the Korean commentators also loved and also got impressed at the same time. I didn't really hear that in game. So I don't know. I guess that's his own, you know, work. In game number 1, we had some pop-up performance on Diana, some destructive moments. So here's a replay. Let's take a look at it together. You actually dashed in on top of Doran. Well, here, well, even in scrims, whenever I see this angle, you know, my team told me to go whenever you want to. So yeah, I just sent it and I asked for some follow-up from the players. And you also flashed in as well. Weren't you afraid, you know? I thought you might just flash out. You know, even if I die, you know, our team can still win. So I wasn't too afraid to flash onto the opponents. In game number 2, you guys are able to, you know, turn the game around, but there were some actions ranking out on the top side of the map, which make you feel more burdened as a jungler. You know, you might want to, you know, cover your top, or maybe you can play around the other side of the map. So tell us about your decision and macro. And me and Kana, we were like, sorry. Kana just like, he was just saying sorry all the time. But at the same time, he was able to come back online in the later phase of the game.
카나 선수에게 한마디 해줄까요?
Any message over to Kana?
탑 50을 해서
You played Wukong top,
역할을
you know,
하고
you
있지만
were the one
그래도
getting suffered all day long.
그걸로 인해 내가 커서
But thanks to that, I was able to
했으니까
scale and pop off.
잘 봐주길 바래.
So, you know, thank you.
희생하는 역할이
And sorry.
언제나 필요합니다.
그러면 좀 개인적으로 50에 대한 팀적 평가
How does T1 rate Wukong
싶은데요.
as a top laner right now?
사실 저는 50이 나올지는 몰랐는데
I actually didn't expect this Wukong pick, but
상동이 형 생각으로 해서
I guess
그냥
that
나온
was
것 같아요.
Kana's opinion.
그렇군요.
힘든 구간이 있어도 결국에는 게임
I guess Kana was pretty confident about that Wukong top this time around. And today, Faker in the voice comm, he was like, I did nothing, but we won. But we don't agree with him, you know? We had some fantastic round warps as well. How was his performance as a jungler?
이제 미드 주도권도 잘
He had the
잡았었고
lane
그것
priority.
때문에 저도 잘 큰 것도
And
있고
thanks to that, I was able to, you know,
많이 잘
scale.
쓰더라고요.
And his ult,
그래서
yes, it was on
그것
point.
때문에 킬 얻어먹은 것도
Thanks to that
킬
ult, I was
얻어먹은
able
것도
to
있어서
secure some
상동이
kills.
형도 잘했다고 생각합니다.
I think Faker also had some fantastic moments today. Looking forward to seeing more of this T1 roster in the upcoming matches. Your next opponent will be Damwon Kia. Not gonna be an easy matchup. What's your mindset for that
제가
series?
스프링 때 담원기아랑 했을
I-
때 아쉽게 2대1로 졌지만
You know, lost to Damwon Kia in the spring split 2-1, but I have stepped up.
팀원들과 함께
And
노력해서
I hope
좋은
as a team,
경기력으로
all together, we
보답하겠습니다.
can beat them this time around.
앞으로의 좋은 모습도 기대해 보도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 승리 축하드립니다.
Once again, congratulations on the win and thank you for your time.